Hello and welcome everybody. We are here today with yet another The Bridge YouTube live, and today we have with us once again uh, Ritu Sejwal and Abhijit Nair. Thank you guys for joining in.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sharon.
And today the topic of discussion is of course the upcoming Asian Athletics Championships, which gets underway very early tomorrow morning. In fact, it's happening in South Korea this time in the sleepy town of Gumi, and it will be held between 27th to the 31st of May. So, just a little bit of context for those who are watching this. The Asian Athletics Championships is, of course, a very prestigious athletics event, which will feature a lot of athletes from all over the continent itself. So, more than 2,000 athletes from 43 countries will be participating. And like I said, the competition will be held over the next 5 days. India is sending a 58 member contingent. It was a 61 member contingent in the beginning, but there were some pullouts, so we have a 58 member contingent at this point. And just for the uninitiated, the last edition of this event was in fact in Bangkok in 2023. And we had 127 medals in total in that particular edition. And we finished third in the medal tally. We won 6 gold medals, 12 silver medals, and 9 bronze medals. That was a total of 27 medals. And so let me bring the panelists in at this point. 27 medals last time around. We have a very strong contingent this time around. What do you guys think? Are we getting more medals this time, Ritu?
Yes, definitely. We can expect much more medals from the Indian contingent. We are fielding a very strong team. We have the likes of Gulveer, Parul, Jyoti Araji, and we have Ansi Sojan, Animesh Kujur. We have a lot of elite athletes training competing for India. And also I think what would help them is the weather. It will be a very favorable weather because they'll be competing in the morning, so it'll be the weather will be pleasant for them to actually clock their best timings. So hopefully they can come out with their personal best there, and make podium finishes so that we can celebrate their wins back home in India.
Yeah, absolutely. Abhijit, your thoughts?
Right. I mean, as Ritu mentioned, we can always expect more medals. There's no second thoughts about it. But what I would be more interested in looking out for is if a few more a few more Indian athletes can attain that direct qualification mark for the World Championships, which is just a few months down the line. We only have had, I believe, 3 or 4 Indian athletes who have reached the qualification marks and booked their spot at the World Championships. And here, the Asian Athletic Championship will provide them like a very good opportunity to, you know, go past the mark, especially for someone like a Sachin Yadav who is nearly there, and a few other athletes as well. This will kind of also be like a testing ground to see, okay, let's see where we stand with the World Championships coming up very shortly.
Absolutely, yeah. So yeah, the World Championships are around the corner, and a lot of the athletes will be looking to get the qualification mark there. Uh, Speaking about the big names that will be featuring, Ritu, you mentioned some of them. Probably it's a good time to mention that we have 4 gold medalists from last time around who will be featuring this time as well. And they are Parul Chaudhary in the women's 3000 meters triple chase event. We have Abdullah Abu Bakr in the men's triple jump event. We have the 4 into 400-meter mixed relay team, which also won gold. And we have Jyoti Araji in the women's 100-meter hurdles. So all 4 of these categories we had won gold medals last time around. The only two gold medalists from last time in Bangkok who will not be featuring in South Korea this time are Tajinder Pal Singh Toor, of course, the short putter, and Ajay Kumar Saroj. So these two are not going to be featuring. The rest of them, we can be hopeful of them defending their crown, right? What are your hopes for these 4 in particular, Ritu?
Yeah, I think Gulveer has had an amazing run this season. Of course, he wouldn't be very happy with the timing that he clocked at the Diamond League because the weather, he said, was very hot, and he was coming from Colorado Springs where the weather was very favorable. And he would be expecting this time that, when he was participating, he was running at the Diamond League. He tried to come in the front and try to take a charge and make pace because the event was going very slow. But then somewhere in the middle of the race, he thought that finishing the race is a better option than just trying to pace it up and just leaving it midway. So he is definitely, when we talk of the world championship qualification, he's already qualified in 10,000 meter, and he will be looking at the 5K as well. So he's definitely one person to look out for. And of course, if he is anywhere near his personal time, then he will definitely make the podium. So that podium, I think, probably is secondary for him, but to try to achieve the world championship qualification would, I think, be his priority. Then we saw Parul Chaudhary. She also came out in her season opener. That was her season opener, and she did the new national record there. So she also had an amazing race, and she'll be running the same event here. And also with her will be Avinash Sabli, and she trains with him. Then we have Jyoti Yaraji. She is the defending champion. She is also coming back in form from. She's had a brief injury period where she was trying different techniques with hurdles, but now she's gone back to the old, her old techniques, and she will also definitely want to, improve upon her time and, of course, retain her title of being a defending champion. She's running in two events: 100 meters hurdles and 200 meters. So, of course, it'll be an interesting thing to watch. And of course, I think a lot of eyes will be on Sachin Yadav, especially because Javelin is picking up a lot of craze in India after Neeraj Chopra. So yes, so there are a lot of events and defending champions to look out for.
Absolutely. I was coming to that Sachin Yadav point because we have been tracking his progress for quite some time now. And interestingly, I was reading an interview of his where he mentioned that he was looking forward to hitting the qualification mark for the World Athletics Championships at the Neeraj Chopra Classic, which was supposed to happen, but unfortunately that event got cancelled. And now it is this event, the Asian Athletics Championships, where he will be targeting that 85.5 meter mark, which will get him a ticket for the Worlds. So yeah, but again, there's no Neeraj Chopra this time around in South Korea, but we have another fellow called Arshad Nadeem, and it will be tough to get the better of him. What are your thoughts on his chances in particular? And there's also another young, very young, 22-year-old Yashveer Singh who will be representing in javelin. What are your thoughts on the two of them, Abhijit?
Yeah, I mean javelin throw with the presence of Sachin and Yashwar, it looks very interesting, but at the same time, it will be a podium could well be out of reach. This is because down to the fact that we have Arshad Nadim competing, and it's a no-brainer that he will be the top favorite for that gold medal. And apart from Nadim, we also might have the two Sri Lankans who have done extremely well this season, Sumedha Rana Singhe and I think Ramesh Patirage. Yeah, Ramesh Patirage. So the two of them have also had quite a good year so far, and there will also be a couple of Japanese throwers in the mix. So for Sachin and Yashvi both to finish on the podium, it might be a tough ask, but they will be looking to put up a good show, throw somewhere above 80, and for Sachin to, as you said, breach that 85.5 meter mark. That should be their primary aim. After that, I mean, if they're able to touch that mark, uske baad to, uh, if that happens, then I mean, yeah, they'll surely be in contention for the podium.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking about the podium, someone that Ritu mentioned just now, Jyoti Araji, will of course be looking to defend a 100-meter hurdles title. It's worth mentioning that she also won the silver in the 200 meter as well in the previous edition in Bangkok. So it's a possibility that she again comes back with two medals. And if it is two gold medals, then nothing like it. Likewise, Parul Chaudhary, she recently broke the national record at the Doha Diamond League in the women's 3000 meter steeplechase, and she will be looking to again go again and do even better this time around. Uh, your thoughts on the women who are the biggest medal contenders this time around? I know Jyoti and Parul would be two of them, but any other names that come to mind, Ritu?
I think we can keep an eye for Ansi Sojan and Shaili Singh. I'm not sure how much of a medal prospect they have, but I think they share a very healthy rivalry. In terms of one tournament one does good and other tournament the other one has a better jump, so their rivalry I think is a healthy one, and they are I think the other two who we can look out for other than Parul and Jyoti that we've or you've already mentioned. If I can just go back a little and speak about Sachin, I met him very recently, and he said that if NC Classic would have happened, that because he is actually playing his first international tournament. He's not had a lot of tournaments under his belt, so he's not very experienced in that terms. And of course, to have Arshad Nadeem there in the lineup and all the other contenders there, it'll be interesting to see how he handles his nerves there, because first tournament you're going out. Yes, of course, here you're compared to Neeraj Chopra, his physique is compared to Arshad Nadeem, his style of throw is compared to them. And then if you would have had an experience here at the NC Classic, then he said that it would have taken some pressure off him, and he would have that experience. But then nevertheless, he's of course aiming for that world championship qualifying. Now, coming back to the women, I think Jyoti, apart from Jyoti and Parul, I think we can go for Shaili Singh and Ansi Sojan, two athletes that I think we should look out for. And
Yeah.
of course, we have the mixed team, we and mixed relay team, and we would expect them to also perform well there.
Yeah, speaking about Sachin, I noticed his personal best right now is 84.39 meters, right, which he achieved at the national games earlier this year, and he is on a good streak, so to speak. He threw an 83-meter plus in the recent Federation Cup as well. So if he does his best, if he does even slightly better than his best, maybe a silver medal, or if we are hopeful, maybe even a gold medal is in the offing. But yeah, we'll see. Another lady who I would like to mention here is of course Annu Rani. She's the defending Asian Games champion, the javelin thrower, and she will be featuring here as well. She has had a little bit of an up and down season, but any thoughts on Anurani's chances, Abhijit?
Yeah, so Anurani hasn't had the best of starts to the season. She's yet to hit that 60-meter mark, which is considered to be a very good standard for in women's javelin throw. She's yet to hit that mark. She is hovering somewhere around 58 as her best. So I mean, if she has to medal at the Asian Athletics Championship, I'm very bullish about the fact that she will need to hit that 60-meter mark, because when you go through the stat, when you scan through the World Athletics website, it reveals that Anurani's current best of 58 point something. It is not even in the top 10 in Asia this season. So expecting her to go out there and not defend her title, but to win a gold medal might be a bit far fetched, but yes, Anurani, with all the experience that she has got, she's been around for years and years now, and she's often than not delivered at the continental stage, and she'll be hoping to replicate that. So that's what I think about Anurani. And other than that, you guys mentioned Shaili Singh and Nancy Sojan, and both of them have been in very good form this year. I think both of them pushed each other to the limit at the Federation Cup as well. And Shaili, as a matter of fact, I believe is the best jumper in Asia in women's long jump this year. So that's definitely a very encouraging sign for India, that okay, Shailish Singh has been good and that she is one of the top jumpers in Asia at the moment. Also, one other women athlete which I'd like to mention here is probably the heptathlete Nandini Aksara. We saw her win a bronze medal in heptathlon at the Asian Games a
Asian Games.
few years
Yeah.
back. Yeah, and we also saw the kind of hatred or troll she had to face right after that from a fellow Indian athlete only. Right, she'll hope to, I mean, put all of that behind and come back and once again and win a medal at the Asian Championships. I believe she's also one of those few athletes we should keep an eye out for.
Yeah, absolutely. Another area where India is a strong force to be reckoned with is probably the relay category. So it's the 4 into 100 meter relay. It's an interesting scenario there, right? Because we're just discussing before this call that it has a few fresh faces both in the men's and the women's section. So in the men's section, we have Animesh Kujur who recently broke the 200-meter national record, and he will also be competing in the 200-meter individual race as well in South Korea in Gumi this week. We have Manikanta Hoblidar, we have Amlan Borgohain, we have Ragul Kumar, we have Gurinder Veer Singh, who of course is the fastest Indian in at the present moment, if I could say so. So, what are your expectations from this group, this bunch of runners in particular, Vijit?
Right. So the 4x100 relay, as you said, it is in a very interesting space. I believe the bridge spoke to James Hillier very recently. We have a video interaction with him, which is under works currently. And one of the things which is said is that this bunch of 4 5 athletes, they can break the national record a few more times and be a force to reckon with in the Asian continent. So that's exactly what I mean. The aim would be they'll hope to go out there and shatter that national record once again. The first time they broke it just last month. It was just the second race that they were running together. The first was the heats where they clocked an extremely fast time, and then they came out in the final and just obliterated that national record which has been standing since 2010. So the four of them together are hands down the best 4x100 relay team India has ever seen. And there's this new found excitement in Indian short distance sprinting thanks to them, and it will be very interesting to see how they go about. I still feel okay. I don't think they'll go out and maybe win a gold medal because, of course, China and Japan have strong teams. But if they run to their best, maybe a bronze can be very much in the sight, and that would be historic because India has not won a medal in 4x100 at the Asian Championships in almost 46 years. So India won 3 medals consecutively in the first 3 editions in the event, and then since then it's all been since since then they have never won a medal. So if they do something, it will be historic, and it is surely one of the events which we should keep an eye out for.
Yeah, true. We will have to keep our eyes out for that particular event because it's going to be very interesting. Also, the women concerned. So in the 4 into 400 meter, for example, we have a few new names. Rupal, we have Shubha Venkateshan, we have Jisna Matthew, who's probably the most experienced head. We have Kunja Rajita, we have Sandra Molsabu, and similarly in the 4x100 meter race, we have Nitya Gandhi, who's also running 200 meter, if I may say. Abhinay Rajarajan, Sneha S, Shabani Nanda. So a lot of new names that people will slowly get to know more about. So I guess it's safe to say that the mixed relay team and the men's relay team are strongly placed for another podium finish, and maybe it's a little too soon for the women's teams. Would that be the correct way to put it, Avijit?
Yeah, this is 4x400 you're talking about, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
in 4x400, I believe, yeah, the men's team, again, it's a fresh look team. We don't have the likes of an Amod Jacob and Mohammad Anas Ayya running here. We have a pretty young new look team, and they did not extremely well, but they did fairly well at the World Athletics Relay just, I mean, earlier this month. They couldn't qualify for the finals, or they couldn't qualify for the World Athletics Championships from there, but they put up a decent show. I believe they clocked somewhere around 3 minutes 3 seconds. The men's team I'm talking about, and if they can run somewhere around there, or better it to a 3-1 or a 3-minute run, then they'll surely finish on the podium. At the same time, the women's team, I'm not sure if Rupal Chaudhary is running the 4 by 400 relay, if because Rupal has been the standout women's 400-meter runner for India. I mean, she shot to fame a few years ago, winning medals at the under 20 World Championships. Uske baad, there was this 2 year phase where she struggled. There was no performance. There were a lot of injuries. And this season, she has come out and she's done extremely well in the domestic level. So Rupal Chaudhary is one of the athletes specifically which people should watch out for. So yeah, that's there. And if she is running the 4 by 400 meter relay in the women's team, I believe they will also be in a very good state. Yeah.
Yeah, Rupal, I think is
Sign,
running the. Yeah, yeah,
Science,
go on.
I'd like to add here, we still have two spots available for the World Championship qualifying in the relay events. So if I think we can finish, I think, uh, there is still a chance that, our relays can actually make it to the World Championship.
Yeah, let's hope that they put up a strong performance and they confirm that spot. You mentioned Rupal Chaudhary, Abhijit. I think she's running the 400-meter individual race as well, right? And we can expect a medal from her because that is her event. 400-meter is her event. So she's another lady that we can be looking at for a possible podium finish. Uh, Finally, I just wanted to touch base on a topic which is related to these athletes qualifying and then performing at the global stage. But yeah, Ritu, we were discussing a little while back, right, that camps haven't been held, and that has probably given these athletes the opportunity to go outside, go abroad, and train in different conditions, in colder weather, in warmer weather, in different conditions, right? So if you could just shed some light on that and how that might have helped out this particular contingent.
Okay, so this decision of the Athletics Federation of India came early this year, where the AGM they decided to do away with the camps because there are a lot of if I could name them, we have JSW, Reliance, we have all of these. They are coming in supporting the athletes there, and so AFI is of the view that we should not. Why should we restrict the camps to only say suppose 100 or 120 athletes? Why should we restrict them? We should let them train. And AFI is of the view that in the last 6 months, the last 5 since the camps have been done away with, there have been we've seen a lot of records that are being broken. We see that our athletes are closer to breaking national records. We've had 200 meters, we have 100-meter records. All of these athletes, they have foreign coaches like Abhijit mentioned that they have James Hiller, and there are a lot of others. So AFI is basically just holding camps for the relay teams because they feel that that's a team event, and that's where all the members of the team need to train together. Apart from that, they are setting their athletes free. That broadens their base of training, and of course the results are coming in. We are seeing that athletics is on an upward trend for sure. So that move of Athletics Federation of India is, I think, definitely working in favor of the athletes, because there are a lot of times when athletes don't want to come to the national camp because they have to leave everything and they have to come. Now when there are no camps, they can train at the place of their choice. They can train under the under coaches of their own choice, and when they are training freely, of course the results are coming in.
Yeah, yeah, true. Thank you for that, Ritu. We'll just take a few comments before we end today's session. So we have quite a few comments coming in. Let's go from the beginning and see what the people have to say. India, let's go India. I hope 8 gold medals. That would be phenomenal, I guess, and would probably so the 27 medals that we won last time around was also a joint highest, along with 2017 when the edition was in Bhubaneswar. So 8 gold medals this time around, it will surely topple that record. Avinash Savle will win gold. That is probably expected, but then again, we should not be jinxing it if you believe in jinxing, that is. My favorite is Shelly Singh says India Olympic sports. She should aim for 6.7-meter jump. Yeah, Shelly Singh, she does. She's due a banger of a performance. No? It's been quite some time that the entire mainstream media and the entire country has been speaking about Shelly Singh. The last time that happened was probably in the under 20 event where she burst onto the scene. So she is due a big performance. I have a feeling. I hope Sachin will throw 85-meter plus, says Arjun. We also hope the same, Arjun, because he needs 85.5-meter, in fact, to qualify for the Worlds, for the Athletics Worlds, which will happen in September. The 800-meter and 1500-meter runners can also win medal for India, says Ra or R-E, I'm guessing is how he wants his name to be spelled. True, true. 800-meter, 1500-meter, we both have capable runners in these categories. Women's 400 meter, we can expect a medal from Rupal, pretty open for the gold medal. Again, Arjun, like we discussed, Rupal 400 meter is her event, and she has been the shining light in the 4 by 400 meter relay team as well. So of course, we can have big expectations from her. Twinkle and Lily Das are good medal contenders in 800 and 1500. Yeah, both youngsters, both will be looking to make a mark this time around.
Yeah, and add
Japan, yeah.
Krishan Kumar in men's 800-meter to the mix as well. I believe he's also one of those who will quietly get a podium and come back to India.
या या जापान ने वर्ल्ड रिलेज में भी मेडल लिया था 4x100 में वो तो जापान वाले लेते ही है विमेन्स 4x400 में इंडिया विमेन हैज गुड चांस देन मेन क्योंकि जापान की टीम नहीं आ रही है ओके आई एम नॉट entirely sure about that but that might be trend if it is then that's probably good news for India. We have been winning 400-meter relay medals in men women mix for a long time now. Now it's time to shine in the 100-meter relays too. Couldn't agree more with India Olympic sports there. I think the entire country is sleeping on the fact that we probably have the fastest bunch of runners in this particular category in a long, long time. So this I know which event I will be most looking forward to, apart from watching Sachin Yadav probably. Uh, yeah, but for world relays, men's team needs under 3 minute time is what Ra says. Yeah, that's true. So we'll have to see whether they are able to achieve that from this event itself. But yeah, lots to look forward to over the next 5 days, guys. We know we will be covering all of these in minute detail. We hope all of you who are watching this will be joining in to watch our coverage. Like Abhijit mentioned just now, we have already spoken to a few of these athletes. We've spoken to the chief national coach, James Hillier, as well. That interview will be out tomorrow, sometime tomorrow. So keep your eyes out for that on our Instagram and YouTube channels. We also have a very exciting reel that we pushed out in collaboration with Jyoti Yaraji, who will be, of course, doing her best to win India a couple of medals in the next 5 days. And it was about her and her nail paint, which somehow is part of what inspires her to go big every time she represents the country. So do check that out as well on our Instagram. We have interviews with Sachin Yadav coming up, with Tejaswin Shankar coming up. So lots to keep an eye out for in the next few days. Once again, thank you, Ritu. Thank you, Abhijit. It's a pleasure talking to you guys as always. And we will be hoping that India comes back with more than 30 medals this time around and more than 10 gold medals, not even 8. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Till next time. Thank you.